Well, hello everybody. We're here with foster boy Harley, and we have Elena here, the director of Three Little Pitties Rescue, and Harley's foster mom. Tracy is here as well. Hi Tracy, why don't you sit down, and we're going to talk a little bit about this very special boy. And so, Elena, why don't you tell us a little bit about Harley's story of how he came into your rescue?
Well, he was at a very full shelter, and they put out a plea asking for help, and Harley really stood out to us. We saw his photos, and he's just got this cute little masculine build, and he's pretty little compared to a lot of bullies that I've seen, and he really stood out to us, so we had to help him. So we got him into our program, and he moved in with Tracy right away in her apartment, and he's been with her for, I guess, how long now? Almost 2 months. 2 months.
Okay.
So we've had kind of a journey with him as far as trying to figure out what's going on with him medically before we, moved forward with getting him adopted.
All right. So, Tracy, why don't you, before we talk about his health issues, why don't we talk a little bit about how he is in the foster home?
So he is just a really gentle, kind dog. He doesn't ever seem that his demeanor isn't mean or anything.
You haven't seen aggression.
No aggression at all.
Even temperament all the time.
Temperament,
yeah.
Super sweet, gentle.
And that's why we're allowing him to be down there with Elena's little boy.
Yeah, my nieces actually, they play with him. He had a toy in his mouth the other day, and they were ripping out of his mouth, and he didn't faze him at all. So he's just a really sweet boy.
Okay, so he basically is a couch potato at home, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He kind of gets little spurts of energy every now and then, and he'll want to play, but for the most part, yeah, he sleeps. Okay. And he loves to go for walks. He's really good on a leash.
And does he want to be close to the people in the apartment at all times?
Yeah, if you're sitting on the couch, he will be right here, and his face is like in your lap, basically.
Okay.
Tracy's also sent me videos of Tracy's feet in the bathtub, and he's
yeah.
Okay.
He's drinking out of the bathtub.
I'm sure we'll add a few of the little videos you've shot at home to this video as well. We want to see as much as we can of this special boy. And how's his routine since you live in an apartment? Do you go on regular walks and such?
Yeah, I take him out several times a day. Usually for work and stuff, we'll take him out in the morning, feed him, and we'll put him in a cage if we're going to be gone all day. But probably the past few weeks he's done really well, and so we decided to kind of, if we go on little errands, if we're gone for a couple hours and he's gone to the restroom already, we'll just leave him out and just let him roam the apartment. And he hasn't had any accidents, so.
And he doesn't get into anything?
No, not at all.
I suppose you have it a little bit doggy-proofed in the apartment, but still, there's always something a dog can get into.
He likes to grab shoes and stuff, but he doesn't chew on them.
Okay.
He plays with them.
He probably likes the scent of his people.
Reminds
on the shoes. Yeah.
Reminds him of us. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that a puppy?
All right. So let's talk a little bit about Harley's health issues now. I know that I was the first one that met him at the shelter, and we assessed him there, and we could see that he had some breathing issues, and he did test heartworm positive, so we know he does have heartworms. We took him to our vet, and we initially did a course of antibiotics on him to see if that would help him, and it didn't. So then we shot an x-ray, and we found out what's going on with Harley. And what we found was he has actually the cause of his breathing issues is not necessarily the heartworms, which was a little surprising, but that he has a tumor on the north pole of his heart, and these heart tumors tend to push on the trachea and cause the trachea to be a little bit collapsed at times and a little bit difficult to breathe at times. So that's why he has this breathing issue. And what we don't know about this type of tumor is how fast growing it will be. They generally are not terribly fast growing tumors, but they're also the type of tumors that don't respond well to any kind of treatment. So basically Harley's going to have to live with this for the rest of whatever life he has. And so that tells us a little bit about the special home that we're looking for Harley. They have to go into it knowing that he has a health issue and that it will be eventually what causes his demise, but that he still is an amazing dog, a very loving dog, and he still has good life left in him.
Yeah.
And so if somebody would like to share that, what he has left, that's what we're looking for Harley.
Yeah, and he's still happy.
Oh yeah, it doesn't really seem to bother him at all.
He enjoys life.
Yeah, he does.
And really it's about quality of life, and as long as he can enjoy life, he deserves life. What do you think, Harley? You're an awfully handsome boy. Now, I've got to take him a couple of times to the vet, and he's amazing. So easy to handle, walks well on leash, rides well, and loves to go in the car.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's happy to go on trips.
He hasn't had any negative reaction in different
None
environments?
whatsoever. No
Different
negative
dogs
reaction.
Walking up to him.
The doctor handling him, the vet tech's handling him, everything's fine with him. Nothing bothers him. So he's a very, very good boy. So what else do we want to say about Harley?
Well, he does love his toys. I think that's his
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I
favorite
remember,
toy in the world.
you know, my first
And
memory of
treats.
him with toys is when he walked up to Cash, and Cash was in his little carrier, and he tried to take Cash's little pet monkey toy.
Yeah.
He was very gentle about it. He was like trying to nibble it away very calmly. And, you got it before he could get it. So. And now Cash is taking Harley's toy and nibbling on it. Yes. You're so cute. You gonna wag your tail? Because you like being the center of attention, don't you?
He does.
He thinks this is cool.
He's a really easy dog.
Yeah.
Does he bark in the apartment?
No.
Have you heard him bark?
I have heard him bark. We tried to create him at night,
Oh, okay.
and he didn't like it.
He wanted to be with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now at night he just roams. We love him. Just sleep wherever he wants.
Mom, do you want me to get him back?
Yay, come on, Harley. Yeah, let's go back.
Come on.
Come on. Elena's gonna get you.
Come on, Harley. Come on.
He wants to go explore the yard.
Come on.
We'll let
let's
you
go
do
back
that in a
here.
minute.
Come on. Come on, Harley. Let's go back here. Come on.
Cash has got toys to play with you.
Come here. Oh, look at it. Look at the toys. Get the toys. Get your toys, squishy face. Get your toys.
Maybe we can do a quick little showing of just how even-tempered he is, okay? If you can do anything you want with this boy, I can put my hand in his mouth. Or a finger. And he's so gentle, look at that. You can pull on his face. Pull on his coat. Look at the claws. I bet he's fine for a nail trim. I mean, his nails are so short. You're well groomed, boy. Clicking on your tail. And he's perfectly relaxed. This is a very, very calm, confident dog. He doesn't think anything's ever going to hurt him.
Yeah.
That's really wonderful to see. Okay, come on. Come see Cash. Come on. Oh, there you go.
Oh, Cash is eating me.
Cash finds all sorts of good stuff.
Harley, is this your toy? Here's your favorite. Do you like that toy?
All right. Well, Harley, are you ready to meet Pearl?
Yeah.
Shall we do that? Pearl's a big, beautiful girl.
Here she is. There's Pearl. Pearl. That's a good boy. That's a good boy.
Yep, that's a girl.
Oh, slobber.
What do you think, Pearl? Harley likes you. as Harley gets excited, we're going to hear a little bit more of the rasping that he can do when he's having a little difficulty breathing. Oh, creature comforts, right? Did you want to get up there, Harley? You can get up
Maybe
there.
with a boost.
Yeah.
Come on, Harley. Pearl will show you how it's done. There we go. There we go. Oh, that one came out. Do you two want to go around the yard together? Pearl, do you want to show Harley the yard? Come on. Go on, Pearl. Cookie time. One for Pearl, one for Harley. Sadie, you want one? Here, Sadie. Harley's turn again. Already? And Sadie? Harley again? Let's give Pearl one. He's got good manners. Harley? No. Harley. And he's very gentle.
Yeah, sometimes he's gentle and sometimes he like attacks.
But even if he attacks,
I know,
his gums.
it doesn't worry me, but
He just hits you with his gums.
Yeah.
It's sweet. Harley.
like shark bites.
Harley. Look at that. Look at that face. And Sadie. Comes for you.
I tried to teach him to sit, but it hasn't really worked.
And so Tracy, you were saying you gave him a bath. He's good in the bathtub.
He's really good in the bathtub. He'll just put his head either on the ledge of the bath, or my sister will help me and she'll sit in there with him, and he just puts his head there. And he just he doesn't move. He doesn't try to get out.
And obviously, he's very calm around other dogs.
Yeah.
The initial reaction was, who is this? This big dog come running out at him. He got a little bit concerned, but he's calmed right down.
Yeah, he doesn't act defensive.
No. Wonderful. Just wonderful. All right, so we're going to show a picture of the x-ray on the video here so that we can see exactly what we're talking about. It's very difficult to see. A radiologist had to diagnose this, but to give you some idea of it, and the lungs are a little cloudy too, so we're not sure if that's a little spreading of a tumor into the lung or not.
And Tracy, how often do you hear the wheezing or the coughing or whatever it is? And how would you describe it? Like, how much does he do it?
A lot, but it comes in like waves. Yeah, so he'll be real quiet, and then it'll come, and it's about 20-minute intervals, and then he'll wheeze, and then it'll die down, and then it'll start again. So.
And would you say in the morning it's worse?
In the morning it's pretty bad. I'll hear him at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and he's doing it. So it's just kind of
Probably from lying down.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little more difficult to breathe when lying down. Well, you're good with other dogs. Even when getting treats, even when they're towering over you, you're good with a baby who's taking your toy away from you. You walk well on leash. You're great in the house. All around good dog. And of course we'll show some of the videos you've shot at home.
Yeah.
That'll be nice to see.
And we have not neutered him.
We've not neutered him, we've not heartworm treated him, all because of the heart issue.
Right.
We'll have to talk to the doctor about whether the neuter is viable or not.
Okay.
but the doctor felt that heartworm treatment was safe. So that's an issue. He'll just have to stay on heartworm preventative for the rest of his life, but treatment is a little too risky when he's got the heart and lung issue going on already. All right, Harley, do you want to say goodbye to everybody?
Bye-bye. Bye.
Can I get a kiss? Can I get a kiss? Not from you, Pearl. No? You're too pushy. There it is. See, the drinking the water caused a little bit of difficulty breathing, I think. Does he do any wheezing when he eats?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Anything that's going to make it harder to breathe on him is going to cause a little bit of wheezing. His manners are perfect. See how he turns his face a little bit away? He's just saying, yeah, go ahead and sniff. This is not a confrontation. It's perfect dog manners. Okay. Harley, you ready to say bye finally? We'll let you explore the yard, okay? Go have some fun. You deserve it. Well, thank you, Dr. Guthrie, for meeting with us to talk about Harley's condition. You're the veterinarian who assessed him and diagnosed him, so if you would tell us a little bit about the diagnosis.
Well, when he presented, the main presenting problem was ascites, which was fluid in the abdomen, and with the heartworm disease, we, thought that we might just be dealing with congestive heart failure secondary to the enlarged heart and everything like that. He actually responded real well to diuretics and heart medications. The fluid went down and he was more active, but he was left with a dry, kind of a wheezing cough that was of concern, which can just be lung damage and inflammation due from the heartworms. But then when we radiographed him, we definitely saw the enlarged heart and the lung changes, but also looks like a mass at the top of the heart, and that's right where the trachea runs, and so that's kind of elevating the trachea and giving that wheezing sound. So I'm really reluctant to think about doing heartworm treatment because it's hard to assess the viability of the lungs and how much really good lung tissue he has. But really right now he seems to be stable and pretty well off of his medication. How long that tumor's been there, it's really hard to say. Sometimes those can be real slow growing, and some dogs can go for several months without getting into trouble. At any point, he may have to go back on the congestive heart medications if we start seeing signs with ascites and that type of thing. Other than a echocardiogram of the lungs and the heart, that would further define what's going on there. But right now, it looks like he may have a little bit of good time left.
Yeah, he's a very happy dog and enjoying life, so we definitely want to give him as much of that as we can.
I agree.
And with his lungs, we're really concerned about trying any kind of treatment or
Yeah,
care,
like I say, it's really hard. It's really hard to measure. Lungs are really hard, even in human medicine. The diagnosis between a mass and a pneumonia and scar tissue is really hard to assess,
Right,
because
right.
a normal lung is black and full of air, and a lung that's not inflating, and there's a lot of different reasons for that. So it's really hard to do without biopsies, and that kind of situation within itself would be very
And so we
risky.
don't want to risk a new.
Yeah, not really. Like I say, the only thing would an echocardiogram would be the only thing that might further delineate things, but it may not get us a lot more information than we already have.
Right. It would still be risky.
Yeah.
So we just want to keep him the way he is, keep him on heartworm preventative.
Right. We don't want to add the load, and just kind of see how this thing progresses. But as long as his quality of life is good, he's a happy little fellow.
Okay, great. Well, we'll have you take a look at the X-ray with us real quick. And again, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us.
Sure.
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay. Basically, we have two problems here. Number one, the heart obviously is rounded and enlarged, and then it looks like there's a mass sitting here on top of the heart, which is called a heart-based tumor. Normally, the trachea would come straight back, but as a result, it's deviated, and that's causing the wheezing. I'm also concerned about these opacities in the lungs. The radiologist would not say that they are metastasis, that they thought they might be just changes due to the heartworm disease, but those also would concern me, mainly on the radiograph. So mainly the enlargement of the heart, the densities in the lungs, and the deviation of the trachea seems to be our biggest issue.
Okay. Thank you, Doctor.